Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So I'm going to be showing you how to sculpt an acrylic nail and also how to file it into the right shape. So if you want to find out how to create a nail like this, then just stay tuned. So this is the acrylic system I'm going to be using today. So it's Prohesion by Nail Harmony. So obviously I've got the Sculpting liquid and I've got Studio Cover Pink, and as you can see this is quite run out now. I have got another one on order and hopefully on the way, but basically it's just because I really like to use the cover pinks, especially if I'm sculpting for a client, and we're going from quite shortish nails to quite long nails. I find that it gives that nice opaque feel and means that actually when they're putting, well, you either put nail polish or gel polish on, whatever you want to do, you won't get that sort of see-through tip effect that you do with the clear. So that's why I kind of like to use the cover pink. Then I'm going to be using the gorgeous Betty acrylic brush, and this is from Gorgeous Nails. I'll leave a link for that down below, and also I do have a review on this brush as well, and I'll leave that down below as well. Then you're also going to need your bonder and your primer. So I'm using, obviously to go with Prohesion, I'm using pH Bond and Pro Bond. So, and then the forms that I'm going to be using today, I've never actually used before. These are brand new to me. I brought these from Sarah R's Etsy shop to try out. And basically they're double-ended nail forms. Usually I would obviously use the Nail Harmony ones, and I must admit these are definitely my favourite. I love these Nail Harmony ones. They're just perfect. I love them. So, but we're not going to be using them today. We're going to be trying out these new ones that I brought to kind of see how they work and how I like them. So yeah, we'll just get going. So I'm going to be showing you on my thumbnail today, and you can actually still see where I've got some acrylic still on the nail in this area here. So I've prepped this nail, so we're now ready to cleanse and get our bonders on and get going. So I'm just using the Gelish Nail Surface Cleanse, and I've got a lint-free wipe here. So I'm just going to wipe that over the nail to get off any dust and oil. So then the first step is to get the pH bond. So, and you just want to put that all over the nail. Next up we're going to get the Pro Bond, and with this one you really don't need a lot. You really need to wipe off the excess from the brush, and then I'm just going to scrub that over the nail. So we're now going to get our nail form. Take out the middle. So obviously I would probably go for that side, which is the sort of stiletto side. And actually I'm not sure how this is going to... Oh no, it does fit, okay. So with sort of, usually I put the tab on the back of the form to kind of strengthen that bit. So I'm just going to do that for now, and we want to kind of roll the form a little bit as well so that we're getting a nice curve. You're not putting a lot of pressure on it, you're literally just kind of rolling it between your thumb and your index. So, and then we're gonna flip that on. Oh, that fits really nicely, I'm not gonna lie. Can you see how flush that is with my nail? So, and then we'll want to pinch the ends. The end is probably more important. So yeah, well that's gone on really, really well. Look how flush that is with my nail. Okay, so the form is now on, so we're going to get our liquid and powder ready. So, and this is sort of how small the brush is on the Gorgeous Betty, and I really like it. So we want to get all the bubbles out of our brush in the liquid. So I swipe 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 into the pot. And then we're going to put that onto the end of the nail. So, and then we're just going to start patting down and getting into shape. Now obviously I have coffin, so that's the shape I'm going to do. I'm going to start bringing the corners in and bringing it up to your natural nail. Okay, so that's our tip done. So then I'm going to get another bead. So at the moment that's quite flat, so I will add another bead into the middle. And always look at sort of your side view so you can see what's going on. So then for the cuticle, and this is where this brush comes in really handy because it is quite small. And go sort of round the edge as well. So and the great thing about acrylic is you can just like add little bits. So obviously at the moment there's quite a lot round at the cuticle area, but that's okay, we can file some of that down. And actually I'm just going to add another small bit into this middle bit where my apex is, just to add a bit more strength because it is still quite thin. It's so hard to do on camera, guys, you don't even know. So I hope that you can see. Yeah, although that looks a bit messier now, I'm quite happy with the thickness in zone 2 now. And like I said, that's the great thing about acrylic, is you can literally just keep adding. So then we're just going to wait for that to dry and then we're going to take the form off. Okay, so how you know that this is dry is it will make this big old clicking sound. So that is now all dry, so we're going to take the form off. I always pinch the sides first, then bring it down like that. Oh, and then I don't need, oh, there we go. Just take the form off. So it's looking a bit all misshapen at the moment. So we're going to get one of our nail files. Now these are 100 over 180 sort of foam files. These are just from Sally's. When I'm at work I actually use the Nail Harmony ones, but when I'm at home I've started to use these because they're just cheaper. So but if you've got a new file like this that you've just bought out, get one of your old ones or the old one that you're throwing away and just go along the edge. This will soften the edge, so when you're doing things like the cuticles and the sidewalls you're not going to cut yourself or cut your clients. So the first thing that I want to do is to sort out the shape. So what side am I using? It doesn't really matter what side you're using. I'm using the 180 side now. So, and you want to make sure that you're getting that nice and straight. Can you see that? That is nice and straight. Same for the other side, nice and straight. You don't want to be curving it or anything like that. You want to make sure that those side walls are straight. So I'm going to do the top. So, and as well, with my thumb, I like to turn it this way so I can see how straight that line is. Obviously, if you're doing this on a client, you won't need to do this. Also helps by doing that to see the shaping. So I know that on this side, I need to come in a little bit more. Like that. Just helps to look from different angles, that's all. So now we're going to start actually shaping on the sort of surface of the nail to get it nice and smooth, to get all the lumps and bumps out. So obviously we've got a bit more product at the cuticle that we don't want, and we haven't got a nice smooth transition from the free edge to the apex. So that's what we need to sort out. So we're just going to start buffing over the surface, going from all angles, and I mean this, all angles. You want to be turning the nail all the time. So can you see already we're getting much more of a smoother transition from the free edge to that apex. You'll know when it's all smooth as well because it will look really nice. And this does take some work. Don't think that you're just going to be able to do it within like 2 minutes. It takes work to do. So, and when you're going around the cuticle, just gently do more of a gentle file around the cuticle, because obviously your skin is there, your client's skin is there. You don't want to be roughing them up. You don't want to be hurting them. You don't want to be making anything sore from the force of it or anything like that. So can you see already how much better that's looking? So to me, there's still a bit too much product just in that area there. It's just still not a smooth transition all the way around. So I'm going to work on that. So it still means I'm working at the cuticle as well, because that's still not as thin as I would like it. Because you want your nails to be thin, but you don't want them to be too thin that they haven't got any good structure, if that will make sense. Like if I look down the barrel of the nail, I mean, well, you can see where I've been filing, where I haven't been filing, but the free edge is sort of the perfect thickness. You don't really want to be filing too much of the free edge off, because that is nice and thin, but it's like nice and strong as well. Let's start doing this other side. So let's have a little look. So now the cuticle area is looking much better. The free edge is looking great. So now I just want to work on this middle bit, just to make sure that it's not too thick in that area, but we've got a nice transition. So, and we need to like look down the barrel of the nail as well. Can you kind of see that? So we need to also just thin out this side a little bit on that bit, which I'm going to do off camera. So, and as well, you want to be looking from this side as well as this side. So you can see they are nice and even. You want to be looking down the barrel of the nail, noticing that nice C shape, or more half moon I would say, a nice C shape, so that we've got most of the product in the middle bit of the nail and less on either side. So now you can see they're still quite thin, but they're thick enough, if that makes sense. So we've got a nice thin bit down here on the free edge, we've got a nice thinnish bit up here on the cuticle, and we've got that nice bridge where the apex is, and this is your stress area around here. So you want to make sure that most of your product is there, because if your nail breaks off, that's not going to come off, that's going to be what's holding it all together, kind of thing. So So then what you can do after that is you can just wipe off all the excess of dust. I mean, if you're doing this, I wouldn't put any cleanser or anything on the nail. I would just use a dry lint-free wipe. So you could then go straight on with your gel polish. Because the area is roughed up, the gel polish will stick to it. You could top coat it with your gel top coat so that you've got a nice nude coffin shape, which I know is very popular at the moment. Or you can buff it up with sort of a 240 buffer or white block, and then you can start polishing it with nail polish. Or you can also, on top of your gel top coat, you can actually put nail polish on top of that as well. So really what I normally do is put a gel top coat on top to just finish it off. But there you have it. I hope that this has been helpful for you guys in how to sort of sculpt and file and everything. And you can also get to see my thumb, which I know doesn't always make an appearance. So I hope that you liked this long tutorial on how to sculpt and file acrylic nails. Please like and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.